So it's a fantastic way to build the know, like, and trust in a way that is a completely unfair advantage. I can't believe we're going there. Oh, this is gonna be fantastic.
Becoming a master is not about doing 4,000 things. It's about doing 12 things 4,000 times.
The Ultimate Sales Machine presents the CEO Mastery Show for entrepreneurs looking to grow faster, better, smarter.
When you invest at theultimatesalesmachine.com/workshop, if after you attend that workshop, if it's not the best 2.5 hours you've ever spent to get insights, relevant situations provided to you that could best help you implement these strategies and tactics, we'll get you back every penny you paid to participate. But that's just not going to happen. I mean, this is something I've been doing now for 2 decades. I've hosted more of these workshops than anyone alive. So I promise, I may not be Chet Holmes, but I've got your back. And his number one protege, I'm sure I won't let you down. So get yourself registered right now, and I'll see you on the inside.
Hello, everybody. Amanda Holmes here, CEO of Chet Holmes International, and I have had such a delightful conversation with Rachel Pedersen. I mean, it has been, since I've been on the road, every single person has told me that I need to meet this woman.
And
every single person.
And they were telling me that too. You have to meet Amanda. You have to meet Amanda. So.
And now I know why. She is absolutely fantastic. Her energy is so lovely. And she's a rock star in business and social and yes.
Aww.
So a lot of my people that come to me are trying to figure out how to get online, how to market. So we just recently surveyed and we found out that the biggest problem that they're having is generating new leads.
Ooh. You're in luck.
Okay, good.
So we organically generate 320 to 520 leads per day.
Ooh.
Without a single dime in ad spend. So that's important because a lot of times people think that in order to generate leads, you have to spend money.
Yes.
That's not always the case.
I love it.
So I'm passionate about organic lead gen, and that happens. How nerdy can I get?
So nerdy.
So
It's
nerdy. Okay. So it happens when you, generally speaking, pick 1 or 2 platforms for organic social specifically.
Okay.
And a lot of times people are like, well, do I have to be funny or do I have to dance or do I have to show my life? No, none of the above. Unless you want, then you can. But what you're going to just do is create educational content that provides a transformation.
Okay.
So just pour out the value consistently. And yes, it's really this simple. Just pour out the value consistently and people will be drawn to you as the go-to expert.
I love it. Great. Can you give an example?
Can I get even nerdier just for a second? I was
yes.
like, okay, we can keep going.
Yes, yeah.
So the reason that organic social works so well, specifically with valuable videos, aka value-packed videos, is because of this really cool thing called the parasocial relationship.
Okay.
Parasocial relationship is kind of creepy and also really awesome. It can be used for good or not. But it's the reason why so many people think that they know celebrities and think like, oh, that celebrity and I would be best friends. We're best friends in my head. Like if we sat down, we would totally hit it off. And it's because when we watch people on video, especially when that person's talking to the camera, our brains actually light up in the same area as though we're sitting down with a friend just like you and I are right now.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
So it's a fantastic way to build the know, like, and trust in a way that is a completely unfair advantage.
Oh,
Right.
And I'll give you a piece of market data on that. So if you just build rapport and find their need, you're 65% of the way to a sale. Right?
Gorgeous.
65% of the way to a sale if you're doing what you're saying right now.
Gorgeous.
Keep going.
So that's the unfair advantage immediately. And most business owners are way too terrified. And most products, they're too scared to get on camera and actually provide value first. But it does shift the dynamic. Of course, we could go into the psychology of like reciprocity and all of that, which can be used for good or evil, right?
Okay.
But the truth is, the more that you give to people with an open palm, no strings attached, no expectation of anything in return, and most importantly, not holding anything back. The more that people are gonna say, this is the logical choice for me. Why wouldn't I work with this person? Because they've given me the most upfront.
Yes, they feel morally obligated.
Yes, and I always hate to go there because I'm like, it's true. But also, like, people are going to have to hire for different things at some point.
Right.
And so if they're going to hire for the services or products that you offer, they might as well go to someone who cares. And if you care, show up in that way, and you're going to get the most leads and opportunities.
I love it. Where do people mess up with this? What are some of the biggest mistakes?
Ooh, it's almost what I was about to go into just right
great,
there,
please.
which is fantastic.
Perfect.
The first is people think, I'm just going to hold back the good stuff.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to hold back the good stuff. And I had this fear for a long time. I thought, like, oh, I'll just give like 10%, 20%, or 90%, and just the really good stuff I'll keep to myself. And yes, business grew, but not the way that it's grown in the last 2 years since I said, I'm not going to hold anything back. I started just putting everything out there, including my proprietary ideas. Which, by the way, nothing's really that proprietary. So it was kind of like, I'm just going to put it all out there.
Yeah.
But everything goes out there. My systems, my frameworks, my proprietary ideas, every single thing. And the more that I do that, the more opportunities come to me, which is completely the opposite of what we think.
Right. I love that. My father used to say, give your best stuff for free.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, that's why his clients actually got mad when he came out with Ultimate Sales Machine, because they're like, we've spent $100,000 for what you put in $16.
And that's one of the things that I want to share about the Ultimate Sales Machine, which is fantastic. This is practically and essentially a master's in business in one book. It really and truly is. I know you can't like legally say that, but this is everything that you need to know about running, marketing a business, getting sales, and ultimately even scaling a business, which is fantastic. Now, my big litmus test for who I want to hire, so this is where this gets really, really cool and exciting.
Oh, cool.
My litmus test is where or what level of value are they giving in their books? Because we've all read books that have a lot of like encouraging fluff, if I'm just being honest, right? Sorry, I'm going there. And we've all heard awesome videos that are just essentially, just do it, just do it, just do it with no action steps. And for me, I say, how much free value is this person giving, both in their book and in the video value that they're providing? And that's how I know who I'm going to hire for $30,000, $50,000, or $150,000.
I love
So it's
that.
the opposite of what we think.
And it's also giving value about not just your product, right? So I'm about to go on a stage of a Fortune 500 company, and all they want to talk about is their product. Is that not painful?
It's so painful. I just heard actually the great Dan Kennedy talking about, he said so many times we think this is my product, this is my brand, this is my logo, and we market from the place of me, me, me. And one of the best things that we can do is say, what about the person that is sitting at their kitchen table? These are his exact words, where what is the conversation they're having at the dinner table? What is the conversation that's going on in their brain as they're laying in bed and can't sleep?
Yeah.
And so what I love to do is say, what are they crying about? And the thing is, most of us don't cry in public, and we don't cry at the dinner table. We cry in our car. We cry in our closet. Sometimes just close the closet door real fast. We cry in the shower so no one will see. What is that conversation in their brain? And the truth is, if you can align yourself there, and I heard someone once say, and I think it is Claude Hopkins, if you can describe the pain that your dream client or customer is going through better than they can,
You've instantly built that rapport.
yes, and they will assume that you have the solution.
Oh,
So,
I love
isn't
that
that
even
so
better.
fantastic? It's so nerdy and great, and I love it.
I actually have a good example of this. We had a client grow 3,400%, and it was selling high-end condos in Dubai to Fortune 500 CEOs. And instead of saying, hey, we have great countertops, we have great kitchenry, right? We started talking about what kept them up at night, which was how lack of sleep increases your likelihood of cancer, increases your premature death, right? Like likelihood of cancer by 200%, premature death by 25%.
Whoa.
Right? Which you would never think to sell a condo.
Yes. Dang.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fantastic.
a great case study, yeah.
And it's wild too because, and I will say this, everyone says that works for other brands. No, it works for every brand and business.
Can you give an example of that? Like somebody that maybe said, oh, this won't work for me, and then you showed them how?
Yes. Give me 1 second to think real fast.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm working right now with a big software that does scheduling.
Okay.
And they were talking about the features, which is what we all do, right? Our products are awesome, but it's kind of like how we think like my kid is the most beautiful. Every parent thinks that their kid is the most beautiful. And I'm just gonna be honest. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it on camera. Not always. That's not always the case. So, I can't believe we're going there. But all of this to say, when we started saying who is your client and who is your customer and what is it that they're stressed about from the other options in the market, where are they wasting time? Where are they spending too much money? What are they actually stressed about? And I started supporting them with creating content on that. They said this is the first time ever that we've worked with a marketing consultant where we've actually seen positive growth. And I don't have the exact numbers here, but we're not even done yet.
Would you like to double the size of your company in the next 12 months flat? Take 30 seconds to answer our quiz on the ultimate sales machine on what's holding you back from growth. The reason is because 95% of businesses will never make it to $1 million in annual sales. Of that, 0.08% of those will reach $5 million. Of that, 1.5% will ever reach $10 million, and 0.004% will ever reach $100 million and beyond. See, in most cases, it's not about your product or service. It is the skills it takes to grow your business. Based on the Ultimate Sales Machine, written by my father, Chet Holmes, voted in the top 10 most recommended marketing and sales books of all time. We can help you get there. All it takes is focusing on one skill area that can double your sales if you have the pig-headed discipline and determination to do so. So be pig-headed. Go ahead and answer those 5 questions on our survey to understand how you can create your Ultimate Sales Machine.
Answer these 5 questions at howtodoublesales.com.
What are some of the metrics that you're tracking? Because I think also they just think, okay, I'm going to put it out there and then not really track, but not quite sure, but you can track some and you can track some. Like,
yes.
What are you focused on?
It's so tough because you can track anything. And so what I like to say is don't create your metrics and measurements based on what someone else tells you unless they've asked, what is your priority? So for example, with some of my clients, their priority is actually surprisingly not revenue and profit. It's reaching more people.
Okay.
So you have to have that unique conversation with each person and sometimes with yourself and say, what is it that is my main focus in this next year, quarter, month, etc. Oftentimes we will track reach and followers, but only for big established brands who say, right now we're not focusing on profit. Although secretly I still focus on profit just a little because I know it always comes back to profit. I like to track leads, clicks, and conversations happening in inboxes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then once in a while, obviously, we focus on profit and revenue, but I'm always tracking that as much as I can with any opportunity. Mm-hmm.
So a lot of your focus is getting them to a landing page to purchase.
Yes. So everything that we do, it's actually crazy because it's very similar to the principles in this book.
Oh, awesome.
Everything we do is mapped out. So there's no accidental marketing. There's nothing that's not tracked. So what we do is we look at each and every single social media platform and we say, what is this pushing to? And so if we can't see what the path is to the next step, we're not going to be marketing on that platform. And sometimes I'll say no to social media platforms because I can't see how it connects to the entire rest of the ecosystem.
Oh, that's great.
So basically, we always go to free offers, free trainings, free events, free everything. Free everything is where we start. And I know that that's not the most popular thing to do, but it's worked really, really well for us.
Well, then you get the email database, which is crucial.
Yes,
right?
it totally is. And then all of our nurturing happens over text message, email, and then across social too with nurturing messages specifically for the audience that's already a fan.
Oh, this has been
so fun.
So good. Do you have any free something that they can get to know you better?
We have a ton of free something.
Yeah, what's something you can send them to?
I have content marketing strategies. It's a 3B. It's 3 content marketing strategies that you can plug in instantly.
Get your 3 content marketing strategies plug in instantly. Visit rachelpedersen.com.
Woo!
It's also in the new edition of the Ultimate Sales Machine coming to you shortly.
Oh, this is going to be fantastic.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. This has been fantastic. So good.
Subscribe for more videos. Claim your free Chapter 4 of The Ultimate Sales Machine. This chapter helps you get 9 times more impact from every move you make. Visit ultimatesalesmachine.com. This has been the CEO Mastery Podcast, brought to you by The Ultimate Sales Machine.